All right, what's up, family? Yo, we're gonna put this in the money category as well, just like all the other videos with money, how to make more money, invest money, or when someone owe you money or something like that. So we're gonna title this one. Me personally, the way I love to live my life, I don't want to owe nobody nothing. That's why I don't borrow nothing off of nobody. And I'm gonna title it just that. I don't want to owe nobody nothing. I don't want to owe you no money. I don't want to owe you no favors, because even favors factor into some type of thing that you owe somebody. Like I remember I knew a guy, he claimed he don't pay nobody for the plumbing that gets done on his house, the electrician gets done on his house, the sheetrock. He said, man, I don't pay nobody nothing. I was like, get the heck out.
He don't even believe that himself.
I was like, man, all the people I see at your house, you gonna tell me you don't never gotta pay them? Get the heck out of here. Even if that is the case, let me tell you something. If you're not paying them money, then you owe them favors. You get what I'm saying? Somehow you owe them something. And I don't want to owe nobody nothing. But particularly we talking about money. I have always been the type of person where I don't borrow money. I do not borrow. Nah, I'm not going to put myself in a predicament where I need to be borrowing money. How about yourself? If you ever borrow money for somebody?
Wow, babe, never. I can say that I've never even taken anything from anybody.
Obviously, I wouldn't dare let you borrow nobody money as we a couple. Hell no. But I'm saying, in your entire life, have you ever borrowed money?
No. You know what's real crazy?
See,
that when you have asked me that question, I sit back and I said, wow, I've never had the intention to ask anyone for anything.
See, now,
but in my younger
years,
since my younger years, I always thought that if I asked somebody, I feel ashamed. I'm in that department. I gotta say, I'm extremely shy. By asking money for somebody,
that's a good thing that you say you feel ashamed to ask for money, because it kept you in your place as far as, no, if I can't afford it, I don't need to borrow it, and now I'm in debt to somebody. Yeah, that's actually a good thing.
You know, now and on top of that, even I never asked my father, never asked my mother, never asked my sisters, never asked my brothers, nobody. Because it feels like that's a kind of shame. Now, unless there's a huge emergency that I have no other choice to ask, and even that I have to think twice, like, no, I really don't want to ask.
See, now I know what I would, someone like you, you tell me you in your entire life, you never borrowed one penny. Now, see, I would venerate someone like her. See, now we're going to use a word of the day. That's going to be the word of the day, venerate. What does the word venerate mean? To hold someone in high esteem, to honor someone, to idolize, to pay homage to just look at it with awe. Like, what? You ain't never. Because I'm telling you, almost any and everybody in the world has borrowed money or owed favors or owe something or some type of degree. They owe somebody something. Favor, money, particularly money. And you tell me you ain't never owe nobody nothing. That's something I venerate a person like you. I hold you a high prestige, you know, like, wow. Because I'm telling you, almost everybody has. Like I said, I don't borrow money off of people. Why? It's because I would never want to put myself in a predicament where I owe somebody. It makes me feel less than a man when I gotta owe somebody. It's almost like putting your tail, figuratively speaking, putting your tail between your legs, like feeling ashamed. I can't handle what I need to handle on my own, that I gotta go to somebody else because I'm irresponsible with my stuff. So now, I would throw the ball back in your court. How is it that you never borrow money from no one? And I'm gonna give you two questions. And what made you come to that conclusion? How and what? How is it that you never in your lifetime never borrowed? Matter of fact, because you said you felt ashamed. That's probably the how.
Yeah, it's too embarrassing. In my conscience, it's too embarrassing for me to ask. It's almost like you're begging for more money.
Exactly.
That's one of the reasons why I always look at it that way. And at the same time, money changes people. So it's always gonna. That's just how reality life is. If you borrow money or anything from somebody, in your conscience, you'll say, I'm going to pay this person back, but there's always something in the real world, there's always something that's going to happen that's going to interrupt your plan, interrupt your promise. And now you got this person that you owe them.
Yeah.
You gotta
it's almost like they feel like they got something over you to some degree, depending on the type of person. Like, yo, that person owe me. Yeah, you owe me.
Exactly. And that my state of mind, that's how I always looked at it.
Okay, so what is the what? Now I'm hitting you with the what. What made you come to that conclusion that you never wanted to borrow nothing off nobody?
In reality, I just don't know. I just feel as if I don't. It's not in me.
Yeah, that's a good
me.
answer. It's not in you. You know why?
It's not
because
in
you
me.
don't want to feel in debt to nobody.
It puts me into such a shame. I don't know.
Now in a joking way, I know I said on one of our videos before, like now, in an episode Martin, remember they was playing the game, the board game, and then in the middle of the game, Tommy reached in his pocket. He said, "Oh yeah, before I forget, Gina." No, Gina said it. She said, "Oh yeah, before I forget, Gina." She said, "Oh yeah, before I forget, Tommy, here go that $5 I owe you." And it was Martin trying to roll, remember? And then instead of rolling, he was like, "Yo, hold on, what you mean? What you mean you owe Tommy $5? Why you couldn't get it from me? I'm your man. Why you, but see what I'm saying? You feel, Martin, of course he went way overboard and silly and stupid with it. And he said, nah. And she said, boy, you acting stupid. Boy, remember you was in the shower that day and I had a taxi cab. I just had to go real quick. And Tommy said, he just gave me the $5. No big deal. Come on, just roll the dice, boy. And he was like, yeah, but you couldn't wait till I got out the shower? Like, he was making it, he said, and then he gave his whole story about Gina was gonna be his love slave and all this all over $5. They was like, $5? You making a big deal about $5? And he's like, it ain't $5. It's the point that you owe another man. So you're gonna be in debt to him. Like, I get his point, but he was going way overboard.
But see, that's what it is. That's also as far as what you had questioned me. There's also, I also look at it as if you borrow money from someone or do any type of favor, they know, you know that in back of your head you're gonna realize they're gonna ask you back, and then now you don't have it and you feel like, wow.
Yeah, less than. You feeling less than now.
Exactly.
You know, whether you pay it back or not, you know you are less than a man or a woman if you don't stick by your word and do what you're supposed to. And you know damn well that person you owe the money to looking at you as less. The respect has been disintegrated. It almost sounds like a rhyming word with the word of the day. To venerate, meaning to hold someone in high respect and regard. But now, because you didn't pay it, you are being disintegrated with disrespect. It's like, man, I done lost respect for you. I don't care at what degree amount it is. When you owe somebody, you don't pay them back like you're supposed to. Yo, the respect is lost. And sometimes it really gets ugly with that. But like I said earlier, that's why I never borrowed. Now don't get me wrong. Unlike you, I have borrowed money from people before, but it ain't to the degree of what y'all think, because I don't borrow money. It's probably been 2, maybe 3 at the most that I actually borrowed money off people. And almost every time it was because my irresponsibility. Not because my irresponsibility, like, I want to be careless with my money. Now I don't got money to do responsible things. No. When I say irresponsible, like, for example, I would wear a uniform to work. And in the middle of the week, I changed my uniform to a brand fresh outfit. Yeah. And sometimes, I remember one day I went to work and I put on a fresh outfit, fresh uniform, but I had left my wallet and my money in my pants, my other pants, my dirty clothes.
Right.
And I went to work feeling fresh. And now, just as we about to leave out the door, I was like, ah, damn, I ain't got my money. No big deal, man. I just used my ATM card. Ah, damn, I forgot my ATM too. Damn, what am I gonna do today? Damn, I could run back home. Damn, I'm gonna have to tell him I'm going. But then I thought about it. Wait a minute. Man, Gerard be borrowing money off me like every damn month. Every month he be borrowing money off me. He pay it back. He take forever to pay it back, but he be borrowing money off me every month. Matter of fact, I'm gonna borrow $20 off him today. He can't tell me no. As much as that joker borrowing, it's incident like that has happened. And it ain't that I ain't had money, I just ain't have it on me because I left it at home. Now, instead of running home, I just get off him. The guy that borrowed off me all the damn time. You know, like, that's the type of thing where I may have borrowed money off of somebody one time before. But that's about it. Now, I told you the time, my brother Andre, I asked him for some money. Like I said, he got $100 credit with me. You know what I'm saying? That was about the 2 times. But I do not do that borrowing money off of people. You know what I'm saying? If I'm just in a situation like I said, I just think, damn, I'm being lazy. I don't want to run home. Yo, man, can you give me this so I get home, man? That's that type. But it's never a thing of I decided to party and waste my money on irresponsible stuff, then responsible stuff come, I want to ask somebody to take care of my responsibility.
And you know what? It's like I always said, and I said this already. Money changes people.
That's true.
Even if even the most simplest favors that you can do for people, you know, you
all them judge
expect
shows
that
we see.
you expect that in return. But you're not expecting that, because I always say, you give not expecting, because once you expect, you're gonna be disappointed.
And like you said, money changes people on both ends. From the receiver and the giver. It changes people. Meaning, it changes the receiver, the one that's getting the money, when they don't pay the shit back, like they, damn, I apologize for cussing. From the receiver end, I lent you money, know how it's gonna change this person? They gonna know they in debt to pay me back. Now, rather they pay me back or not, they gonna have a burden on them. So it's gonna change them, like, man, I owe this person. Man, I gotta do this, but damn, I gotta pay this. It's gonna change them somewhat. Now, if they don't pay it back, it's gonna change them in a negative way. Now, the giver, it's gonna change me, because now I gotta look at like, damn, man, I just seen you with them brand new clothes the other day. Now all of a sudden you need to borrow money. I'm looking at you like you an irresponsible cat. When you at the club the other night partying, now you need to borrow money because you're late on your rent.
You know, it's a lot of cases like that. When you see court cases, it's a lot of cases.
Yeah, you
like
always
that.
Gambling. Now you need to borrow money from me.
Money-wise. And some people expect to get, when they borrow money, they expect not to, from the beginning, they expected not to pay it back. Because they looking at it like, well, I did this for you. I did that for you, remember?
Yeah.
And that cost me a lot of time and energy.
Bringing up stuff when y'all was kids.
We family, so I don't think I shouldn't even have to pay you back.
Because they looking at your lifestyle. See, they looking at your lifestyle and they going, man, you got it, man. You look like you doing all right, man. You shouldn't be sweating it. Don't try to count my dollars, my pennies. Don't count my lifestyle based on your lifestyle being screwed up.
Exactly.
So therefore you want to say, I ain't sweating. No, I'm not being a weak person to be calling you every minute, yo, my money, where my money? Let me call his brother. Let me call his sister. Let me call him over and over 20 times a day. Where my money? Now, I'm not going to be doing that. But now when I see you in person, it may be different. But I'm not going to be doing that. You just showed me I lost a great deal of respect for you. That's what it has shown. Now, in person, it's going to be something different.
If I actually was giving somebody some money, it would have to be very little. If they ask me for 50, I could only give you 20.
Because the 20 is going to be based on their integrity. Like, if they don't pay it back, fine. This would it cost me $20 to get rid of you. If they do pay it back, you go, okay, fine. Hey, the respect is there as well.
Exactly. But let's just say, you know what, I'll give you the $50. But then in your back of your head, you say to yourself, I'm not expecting those $50 back.
Only a respectable person to pay it back.
Yeah. And if you feel like, I'm not going to tell them, well, if you feel like to give it to me whenever, or, don't sweat it. No, I'm not going to say that. I'm just going to be very quiet. But in my mind, I'm going to say to myself, I'm not going to sweat those $50. I'm just going to look at like a lost cause.
Yeah.
Because you're going to, if that person does not pay you back, you're going to be disappointed.
Like you said, money changes.
Because a person will promise you, and you got that person that you give them so much respect, you saying, oh, okay, no problem.
You lent them the money in the first place because it was some level of respect that was there.
Right.
Because you easily could have been these other people who asked for that same amount or less. I wouldn't give them a penny. But I give it to you because I got some level of respect for you.
Exactly.
And then your actions show me now you in the same category as these other cats. I have no respect for you.
That's what I was trying to say. That you expect that type of attitude, because the best thing is the worst thing of you is just being disappointed with that person.
Yeah.
So I'm saying that's why in all my life, that's why I've never ever in my life,
I
never
venerate
borrowed.
someone like you. I hold you in great respect.
And it's very shameful.
It's almost never heard of. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's almost like an embarrassing.
Yeah, because title of the video, I don't want to owe nobody. I feel less than if I gotta owe somebody. Like, I mean, me personally, I would feel great if I owe somebody, because I know I'm a person of integrity. I feel great paying back what I owe. And I don't just pay back what I owe. I do like the old saying, like our parents taught us. When you borrow something from somebody, you give it back better than you got it.
Exactly.
So if I borrow something from somebody, I make sure I clean it and give it back better. If it was money, which that never is the case, but if it was money, I say, look, here go a little extra for lending to me in the first place. What you think the bank do? You borrow from the bank. This is the reason why certain people want to borrow from you, because they can't go to the bank, because the bank pulls up their record. They go, oh, they start laughing. I'm like, you must be crazy.
Or they won't charge them interest.
You must be crazy. You think we're going to lend?
interest.
You got a record of showing that you are an irresponsible person. There is nothing that we will ever venerate of you. No, we have less respect for you. Get the hell out of our bank. Yo, officer, arrest this Joe. Get him out of here.
Well, since you brought the word parents, even if growing up, I've never ever seen my parents borrow money from somebody. That somebody coming knocking at the door, or they're getting a phone call saying about that. And I think that's where I get it from. I'm pretty sure that I know I get that from.
That's exactly where you get it from, because you've seen them where it's like, I'm not going to put myself in a predicament where I have to borrow something. If I have to put myself in a predicament, then I need to get myself out of that. And it should be no one else's job to get me out of the jam that I put myself into.
Exactly. Do you know? It's I love old stories about our great-great-grandparents. When they actually was going to buy something, they bought it in cash, and they make sure that they had the money.
Mm-hmm.
If they didn't have the money and they didn't have the cash, they wouldn't buy it.
Yeah.
In today's society, everybody borrows from somewhere.
Yeah.
Including with your friends and family.
Yeah.
And even in the bank, and then now they're in debt towards those people.
I don't want to owe nobody
that's a
nothing.
story I never want to fall myself into, being that type of person.
Doesn't it feel great when you don't owe nobody? You can walk with your head up high. You ain't got to be avoiding phone calls, avoiding texts, and then all of a sudden you ain't non-communicative because you know you owe somebody. Exactly. It feels great to say, nah, I don't owe nobody. I don't got to hide myself like the stork and the head in the dirt. I don't got to hide because I know I owe somebody and I'm ducking them. That's why we don't know. It's a great feeling, right?
If you ask me, that's the reason why. It's to me, it's always been a shameful feeling of trying to ask somebody for money, because it makes.
But when I got with you was broke. You was broke when I got with you.
I was not.
No, she wasn't broke. She had no credit.
No credit.
And I had to build her credit. That's right.
Yeah, but I was not in debt.
No, you weren't. But you ain't had no credit.
So.
You know what I'm saying? Every time she's getting them letters in the mail saying, "Oh, dear Linda, thank you for applying for our financial institute. Unfortunately, we were unable to approve your loan."
Okay, so whose credit? Who's
ain't that a damn shame?
My credit is more
I built
excellent.
her credit. Now her credit better than mine. Now you tell me that ain't some nonsense.
Excellent.
Ain't that crazy?
Her
credit is better than mine. I'm like, well, how the hell did that happen?
Your credit's good too.
No, we both got good credit, but her credit is better than mine. Like that don't mean no, like, for example, she's like a 830. What you like, 830, 840? I'm like a 8.
I'm like 840.
19, 820.
I'm 840.
I think the highest mine was like 827. And I'm like, how the heck is your credit better than mine? It's ridiculous. I'm the one that built her credit. Put her stuff all up under my name and built her.
I've never been in debt.
So owe me. She owe me, right?
I paid you already, so.
But yeah, man. So what y'all think of that? Leave us y'all comments. Like I said, it's best not to borrow nothing. Don't put yourself in a predicament where now you owe somebody. I don't care if it's money or a favor. When you owe somebody, it's a debt that needs to be paid. And until you pay that debt, it is a burden on you.
And you know more of a shame in closing? You know what's more of a shame? That somebody that that person owes you, and they look at your face and they act like they don't owe you at all.
Don't mention a damn thing about it. But
that
telling you
pitiful?
how they bought this and bought that, and you look at them like, I ought to knock your head off.
And they just keep living their life like it's nothing, and they don't
say a word.
Conscious.
All right, y'all. Tell us what y'all think. Peace.